Being obsessed with another person is a direct sign that it is not going to work out. And that is absolutely okay. Being obsessed with another person really just narrows down to us being uncertain about the situation. When we're obsessed with somebody, we are not actually obsessed with the reality of who they are. We are obsessed with who we think they are and who we want them to be in our lives. We are obsessed with the fantasy. Hi guys, my name is Gressa. Welcome to my channel where I talk about psychology, confidence, self-improvement, and becoming the best version of yourself. Today, I am going to be talking about obsession and how we can get over it. We meet somebody and they show us about 10% of who they are. And honestly, that 10% could be fabricated, them trying to impress us or qualify themselves to us, trying to look better than what they are. That 10% is very surface level. And the other 90%, we have no clue who they are. So we will start filling in the gaps ourselves of what that 90% is. Our brains get dopamine from obsessing about a fantasy. When you're in reality and you aren't getting that dopamine from that person, you're going to go back home and you're going to start thinking and fantasizing about all the things that could be, and that's where you're getting your dopamine from. You're getting all those positive emotions and feelings from a reality that does not even exist. That's why you have to stop, because you could waste years of your life being obsessed with another human being who is never going to be that person for you in real life. When somebody is showing you mixed signals, inconsistent communication, if they pull back from you when you show them interest, that's pretty much telling you that the dynamic is very unhealthy, and that's why it's keeping you in that obsessive loop of the fantasy. And at that point, you really have to assess what is right in front of you. The harsh truth is looking at reality and accepting it for exactly what it is. Maybe they did show you interest, but then they pulled away. It's like at the end of the day, what is happening right in front of you? Are you getting consistent communication from them? Are they consistently showing you that they want to be part of your life, that they like spending time with you? Or is the energy tense and awkward and you don't really know where they stand? And it's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling to be obsessed with another human being because you aren't free, you're trapped. You're trapped in your brain of just wanting something to happen that's never going to happen. Healthy people who will like you back will not make you obsessed. You will not be obsessed with somebody who is genuinely interested in you. When you start letting go of the fantasy and delusion of what you want to happen, and you simply just allow yourself to be in the present moment, to be happy in what you're doing, and to focus on your goals and to focus on things that make you feel happy, make you feel excited about living life, whatever that may be. Maybe you like fashion. Maybe you like music or art. Maybe you're very studious and you love school. When you focus all of your energy on the things that make you feel the most alive, you are naturally going to radiate an energy that draws in exactly what you deserve and what is meant for you. Obviously, not every single person who is interested in you is good for you. But what I'm saying is when you have this mindset of, I am good on my own, I am happy in my life, I'm happy with what I'm working on, I'm not perfect by any means, but I know I'm keep trying to be better every day. When you have that mindset, you are gonna let go way more quickly and way more easily of the things that are not meant for you and that are not healthy for you. Oftentimes, when we are obsessed with another person, it's because we want something from them. Maybe they are beautiful or wealthy, so we want the status of being with somebody like that. Maybe it's because we want love from them. We want to feel validated. So then why don't you validate yourself? Why don't you love yourself? Basically, any trait that you're idealizing in the other person, whether or not it's actually true, is something you can work on in yourself. It's much more fulfilling to actually work on yourself and give yourself everything that you need, that you want somebody else to give you. Because when you are validated, if somebody likes you back, that validation, like the dopamine that you get from that, it doesn't last. But what is actually fulfilling is when you're able to incorporate those traits that you idealize in other people into yourself and you start working on yourself. That's what gives you long-term fulfillment and long-term happiness, is when you're able to do that. Oftentimes we obsess because we want things to go our way. But what you have to realize is just because you want something to go that way does not mean it is the best thing for you. There is a Chinese parable about a farmer who lives in a village. And one day his horse runs away. And the whole village goes, "Oh, what terrible luck. Your horse ran away." And the farmer goes, "Maybe." The next day, the horse comes back and it brings several other wild horses with him. And the villagers go, "Oh, that's amazing. What great luck." And the farmer goes, "Maybe." The next day, his son tries to ride one of the wild horses, falls off and breaks his leg. And the villagers go, "Wow, what horrible luck that is." And the farmer goes, "Maybe." The next day, the village gets drafted into war, but the son can't go to war because his leg is broken. So the villagers go, "Oh, what great luck." But the farmer goes, "Maybe." I think the story does go on after that, but I'm just going to stop right there because you get the point. Basically, what we think is bad and what we think is good is really on a gray scale, because there's always good things that come out of bad situations, and there's always bad things that come out of good situations. No matter how big or how small, there's always going to be something, that's in our lives that isn't going the way we want. If you can look at things that happen to you out of a neutral standpoint, then you're going to be able to break out of that obsessive thinking. I remember being obsessed with this dude when I was 21 years old, and he was my first spark. I was working with him and I was obsessed with him for like a year and a half, and he just kept showing inconsistent signs that he was probably attracted to me, but he never pursued me. My brain was just in limerence for a year and a half. Like, I truly was so delusional, and I thought this dude was like the one for me. Guess what happened when I finally stopped being obsessed with him? I got my first real boyfriend, and that was a great relationship, and it lasted 4 years, and it was so healing and so much fun. I lost the fantasy of something that had zero payoff in exchange for a reality that was a million times better. When you let go of things that aren't yours or that are too heavy for you to carry, things that you can't directly control, you automatically feel it in your body. You feel a sense of freedom and you feel a sense of peace, knowing that you are okay in yourself. I think out of all of the human emotions, obsession and jealousy are probably the two most dangerous emotions that can be directed at you. And I could make a whole nother video about jealousy because I know a lot about that too. If you want me to make another video, then just let me know in the comments. But until next time, I will see you later, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!